Today on the TMZ Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton and today joining me on the pod is Nikki Hendry. How are you, Nikki?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
Bit tired, to be honest.
I know. Yeah. You know, we're in that slump right before Christmas. We are coming on the heels of Christmas, and I'm ready. I feel like a senior right now. You know, senioritis in here.
Oh, man. I'm in that having a 3-year-old slump.
Oh, yeah. You know, a little bit before this, we were talking about how she's going through some sleep regression right now, huh?
She doesn't sleep.
Okay.
She does not. If there's any parent out there, hit me up. She doesn't sleep, and that means I don't sleep. My wife doesn't sleep. We're tired and grumpy, and
now we're going to talk about these lovely stories today.
Welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm stoked to be here.
We are going to have some fun with you guys today. We are going to talk about how Cameron Diaz feels that, married couples should have their separate bedrooms and houses, which is kind of a hot take.
It's a very hot take. I mean, I guess her and Benji Madden, can you be best friends or lovers if you want separate houses? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
We'll talk about Jeopardy finally has a permanent host after years of uncertainty. Britney Spears.
We meet again today at this table about Britney.
It seems like she wants her kids back, but does she want them back enough? Does she want them back bad enough that she'll stop doing the sexy posts?
Well, we'll see.
But to begin with, Meghan Markle.
Yeah.
She is acting again, which is kind of interesting because she hasn't acted since that whole princess shit went down. And she's in some coffee ad.
Yeah, for Clever Blends.
Is that a big brand?
It's like one of those Instagrammy, TikToky ones. It's pretty delicious coffee, though. I've had it one time.
Let's listen to some of the ad now. It's just going to be the lady who's the founder talking about it. And in your mind's eye, picture Meghan Markle in the background pretending to be an intern, doing all the boring tasks interns don't like to do. Okay, let's play the ad.
I want to give a huge shout out to our amazing, clever team here at HQ. Without them, we are nothing. Our fulfillment crew, lovingly packing your lattes. We've been listening to Britney on loop since 2019. Our very smart, only slightly nerdy digital team, making sure the website doesn't crash again like it did last year. Finally, the glue that literally holds us all together. Our incredible, resilient fulfillment team that have helped make 2023 such a big success.
So Meghan's in all of those clips pretending to,
pack boxes full of the latte.
Yeah, like
and
fulfill orders on the computer.
Get someone a beverage out of the fridge.
So my question to you, Nikki, is why? Why is she doing this?
Well, I think it's something we need to note is that she has, I want to say,
a stake
in this company.
She was an early investor.
And, it's that time of year where I feel like all of these brands and things are putting on their best commercials, their best social media stuff towards the end of the year.
Christmas,
stocking stuff. They're trying to, generate sales. And so I feel like what better way to do it than your biggest person who probably has a stake in your company, and that is Meghan Markle.
You know who else is a fan of this coffee company somehow?
Who?
Oprah.
Oh.
Posting about it in her favorite things. Sarah Blakely, Spanx founder, billionaire, posting about it.
There you go.
I don't know if these 3 women that we've just said, just love this clever blend coffee, or they're all got a stake in it, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd say too. But also, I will say this about Meghan Markle. I feel like she's trying to be normal. I feel like she's trying to normalize after the dumpster fire that just happened to her and her family. So I feel like her trying to get back into the saddle of being an actress and jumping into these little, influencer type things is her just getting the practice before she goes and jumps into another TV show or movie or something.
You could see her acting in something serious again?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you can't discredit her for her acting in Suits. I mean, Siobhan is a huge fan of Suits.
I know.
But she was good in that show. I mean, my husband watched it, and that's how she got her start, And so I think she's going to go back to doing it. I mean, isn't it a rumor, that they're broke or whatever and all these things? And so she's going to need to work eventually.
She's got a coffee company.
Well, she's got a stake. It's not her coffee company, but I don't know. I think I like her. I don't
mind her either.
Yeah.
Everyone seems to hate her
Yeah.
But we got 2 fans sitting at the desk.
Yeah, and that's all that matters.
Pitch me a role. Pitch me a role that she could play, because it couldn't be like no sex scenes allowed. Rom-com, I don't even see, like, I don't think she could be like a romantic with someone else besides Harry. Maybe like
I want to say like a Devil Wears Prada. She's the villain.
She can't play a villain.
No, yes, she can. I think she has like a little bit of like a mean streak in her.
But then wouldn't it just like confirm to people who already villainize her? They're like, look at it.
It's
but
a
maybe,
role.
Maybe if she like leaned into it. Maybe she plays someone who's slightly like herself. You know, slightly like a princess. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, like the Princess Diaries?
Ah. Well, because they do the Crown. That show, The Crown. Maybe she can be. She can play herself.
I don't think
in
she
the
would
Crown.
ever go and work on The Crown.
That'd be hilarious if she played herself. And then they did that whole racist scene.
Well, this is all pointing to be a Hollywood comeback for her. So.
It is. Oprah and Sarah Blakely. I think there's a Santa Barbara link, because Meghan was in Santa Barbara too.
Yeah.
This founder of this coffee company went to UCSB.
Yeah.
I think they all just got together, and Santa Barbara's so rich that I think you just run into people, or you somehow get connected to people. Businesses flourish in Santa Barbara because that's where all the rich people live.
Well, I will say this could rub people the wrong way for her being a hardworking intern in the background, because she is very far removed from a hardworking intern.
Oh, you think interns will start protesting and like?
Well, no, I just think she's trying to play, she's a princess, you know what I mean? And she's trying to play the intern. It's weird.
That is weird. It's funny. Welcome back, Meghan.
Welcome.
Okay, on to our next story. Britney Spears has just posted another photo coddling her sons. It's a paparazzi photo, and she captioned. Oh, this was way back in the day, by the way. This was when
they were babies.
When they were babies. And she captioned it saying basically she didn't get to see Sean Preston or Jaden James nearly as much as she wanted to. So I would go to their school and have lunch with them. She says that her little babies just wanted to hold her. And what do you make? What's her motivation behind this?
I think that behind all of these crazy posts, some of them are just, crazy words, her dancing, all the things. But that's a form of expressing herself, right? We can say that. And so this is also a form of expressing herself. I think there is some deep hurt and some deep rooted issues that I feel like she's trying to maybe go through now that her kids are not right up the street like they used to be in the same neighborhood. They live in Hawaii now with Kevin Federline. So I think she's at a point in her life where we've seen her reconnecting with her sister, Jamie Lynn. We've seen her reconnecting with Lynn. We've even seen the rumors and the stories that we've put out that there may be a reconciliation between her father and her. So I feel like she's going through something right now, and no one knows anything other than herself. We can sit here and speculate all we want, but I do think she's hurting, and I do think that she, as a mother, that love will always be there for her kids regardless of what.
Definitely. I think the silver lining in this deterioration of her marriage with Sam Asghari is that it left her at a low point where she had nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody left in her life because she had excommunicated her family, she'd lost her husband, her kids had moved to Hawaii. And so I think she sort of like pulled herself up and said, I need to make amends. And so, as you say, many of her family now are kind of like they're cordial.
Yeah.
And I think her kids are the ones that she would want most to be in her life right now.
Right.
The only problem is they have spoken out publicly saying, we hate when mum posts all that sexy stuff. It's embarrassing to us. They're 2 teenage boys, a 17-year-old and an 18-year-old. I mean, I can't imagine what it's like, going to school or with your friends, or like when your mum is just constantly posting bizarre content. So,
and it's not just your mom. Your mom is one of the biggest pop stars in the entire world. So it's Britney Spears, who is my mother, who's posting this crazy outlandish stuff. And as teenage boys, it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
And I can understand why they would ask her to not do it.
But she didn't. She kept doing it.
She kept doing it.
But she's also sending out the bat signal for her kids.
And I think maybe now she may stop with the nudity. Maybe not the dancing, because I think that's self-expression for her. But maybe the nudity can stop.
Yeah, I mean...
Maybe she can meet them halfway.
She's entitled to do whatever she wants,
exactly.
With her account, with her body, with anything. And nothing she's doing is wrong.
Right.
But looking at it, and putting myself in a position of a teenage son would not love that at all. So it might come down to her having to somehow choose what she wants more. because I think that any son would like to have his mother in his life.
Yeah.
But maybe not a mother who's doing what she's doing online.
Listen, there's a part of me too that thinks those boys, Jaden and Sean Preston, they miss her just as much.
I bet. Who wouldn't miss their mum?
I know. It's sad. It's a sad thing. But you know what? I guess we'll see because, she's supposed to hopefully be reuniting with her family this Christmas. So we'll see.
Oh, I would be
a step in the right direction.
I would be genuinely so happy for her if I saw a picture of her with her son, present day.
I know.
I would be really happy if that happened for her. Okay, moving on to our next story.
Oh, yeah.
Jeopardy's moved on.
Yeah.
From Mayim Bialik.
And she was a favorite.
Was she really good?
Like back when Alex Trebek passed and they were trying to find a replacement, they made the dual host system between Ken Jennings and Mayim Bialik because they were the fan favorite of contestants was Ken Jennings. Mayim Bialik was a fan favorite of host.
Right.
So they brought the two together. They tried to make it work, but
COVID happened. No, writer's strike happened. Not COVID. Well, COVID did happen.
COVID did happen.
But it didn't lead to this. Yeah, the strike happened, and Mayim was one of the people who said, I'm not working. I'm striking. But Ken Jennings, he's just the most winningest Jeopardy contestant ever.
Yeah.
He's not a SAG member. He's not an actor.
Yeah.
So he said, I'm not striking. I'll host while Mayim is away.
I know.
And I mean, I think it relates to a lot of us. Like, if you step away from a job that other people want for a little time, you're worried that a boss might go, this person's not too bad. They're less expensive. Make them the solo host. And that's exactly what happened.
I know. Mayim Bialik she was always an actress first, and so she chose that and chose to stand with her fellow coworkers, her fellow, friends and all the things on the picket line and not cross it. And you have to give her flowers for that, or her praise, but to be like, you know what, she stuck to her roots. She was an actress first. And the people at Jeopardy were, from what we know is that they were basically like, listen, like we're allowed to tape. So like, you're good, you're okay.
Yeah.
But it was more of a moral thing for her. So at a point, did she make the wrong decision?
No, I feel like she was in a impossible position because if she hadn't striked with the rest of her SAG colleagues, they would have been picketing outside Jeopardy with signs, with booing, with throwing things in a car on the way in.
Exactly.
So she kind of had to stand with them. But then I guess Jeopardy didn't need her at the end of the day. And to be honest, Ken Jennings should have been the host all along. Like, even when Alex Trebek, first left the show.
Oh, yeah.
When he first left the show, Ken's, name was in the ring and people were saying, Ken would be a good choice, but they didn't know because Ken wasn't like a big celebrity.
Right.
So instead, they went through this stupid process of trialing out all of these different celebrity hosts while they
I remember that.
They try to find the one. They had Dr. Oz, Savannah Guthrie, Anderson Cooper, George Stephanopoulos. LeVar Burton was a hot favorite for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Katie Couric, Aaron Rodgers, Robin Roberts. Just so, they tried everyone. And then eventually, they were like, still can't decide. We'll give it to Mayim and Ken. And now finally they've landed on I'm not trying to give myself a pat on the back. It just seemed like the right choice years ago. And they've finally got him in as host. Like, he is Jeopardy. He might not be like a household name yet, but he is Jeopardy. He's the most winning contestant ever. Like, if you talk to any Jeopardy fans, like I know we got this guy in the office, Derek, who's a big trivia fan and he loves Jeopardy. Ken is like his idol.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm glad that they've gone with that decision. Sorry about that, Mayim. I hope you...
You brought a good point, though. When you step away from anything that you've been doing for a while and you're known as that, person, whether it's a host, a personality on the TV show like we do every single day, and you're away for a little bit and someone sits in your seat, are you ever scared that someone's going to take your job?
Me? No.
Oh.
Irreplaceable.
Wow.
I add to the diversity. I'm Australian.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm one of the most, or one of the few female supervisors in here. So yeah, I'm irreplaceable too.
We got it.
We got it. We're good.
Hell yeah.
Irreplaceable. You hear that, Harv?
Job security. Okay, on to our final story. and potentially most interesting story.
Oh, yeah.
Cameron Diaz, who is married to Benji Madden from Good Charlotte, she went on a podcast yesterday. It's called Lipstick on the Rim. Huh? What is that supposed to mean?
Lipstick on the rim.
That's a strange title.
When you drink out of a glass and your lipstick stays on the rim.
Gotcha. So she basically said we need to normalize couples having separate houses. Let's listen to a bit of what she had to say now.
By the way, we should normalize like separate bedrooms.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You made that quote about it. If you're true, you're like, I would just meet.
That's to me, like I would literally like, I have my house, you have yours. We have the family house in the middle. I will go and sleep in my room. You go sleep in your room. I'm fine.
Can I tell you something?
And we have the bedroom in the middle that we can convene in for,
This is going to be a bad headline. You should not.
So yeah, it was interesting that she gave this take. She is with a celebrity.
Yeah.
Married to a celebrity.
Benji Madden.
And she's basically saying, I don't want to sleep in even the same house as him.
It's crazy because I do value my alone time when, if
Of
my
course.
husband is out at work or, if he's out on an errand or out with his friends or doing whatever he's doing at
Love
the
it.
gym. Love my alone time.
Love it. Not too much. My wife is listening. Love it.
Yeah. But I like coming together at the end of the night and like sleeping in the same bed and kind of like the pillow talk, talking about your day and things like that. If you didn't get a chance to like speak much during the day, I don't know. I like that sense of, that companionship at night. Granted, would it be nice to have somewhere you can go for like a hot sec?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Like, give me a house.
Yeah. Once a month, you spend a week, I don't know.
A weekend, a week, whatever.
But also they've got a kid. So
They have
like,
a
what do
kid,
you do?
yeah. I mean, we know what you want to do with your kid right now. Put her in a separate house.
I just want a nanny.
Yeah.
Like, get a night nanny all the
Night
time
nanny.
and I'll be happy.
I think her take was a hot take, and I don't think a lot of people are going to agree with it. Everyone likes their alone time, but like sometimes too much alone time is too much, and then that drives a wedge in between the relationship, and it's going to drive you all apart.
Totally. My favorite part of marriage?
Yeah.
Sitting on the couch on our phones watching TV. You know what I mean? In silence.
On your phones?
Yeah, just like, imagine if you were sitting on the couch on your phone watching TV by yourself. You'd feel like a loser. You'd feel like you were doing nothing in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'd feel lonely.
Yeah.
But if there's someone sitting next to you in your presence.
So you have a roommate.
I mean, still, yeah. A roommate
you got a roommate that you love.
occasionally have sex with. Exactly.
Oh, Aaron, you sweet, sweet thing.
Cameron Diaz, she was in Jamie Foxx's last movie before everything went down with
yeah.
Jamie Foxx.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Jamie Foxx was in Cameron Diaz's last movie before she retired 10 years ago. They were in that movie. Did I write it down here? Annie.
What are you getting at?
Annie. I'm just like, why is Cameron Diaz loves Jamie Foxx? Like, he was her last movie before she retired for 10 years. Now he's in her first movie coming back. Jamie Foxx has been in bad health.
That he's at the separate house?
Maybe
he's
Jamie
not.
Foxx and Cameron.
No.
Maybe she's...
No. She's happily married. She even said that she was very surprised that when she met her husband, that this whole marriage thing was going to be something for her because she was surprised that she didn't think she was ever going to get married.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, well, congratulations, you two. I don't think this is something that Benji would love. It's not a very romantic thing to hear we need separate houses, but...
I know.
But they do have a sex room, she said. They want separate houses, but a room in a conjoining house to have sex in, she said. I mean...
Wow. It seems like a roommate situation you occasionally have sex with, right?
Yeah, right. Maybe onto something. Okay, thank you for joining me today, Nikki.
Absolutely. I hope you get some rest.
Oh, me too. And maybe in my car later today when I'm supposed to be working.
Oh, my gosh. We will see y'all next time.
Okay, speak to you guys later. Goodbye.